Morning all, that's Monday morning. There's a bit of an aroma going on this morning. Don't quite know what's going on there, Radley. Anyway, Radley's off shooting. We're going to get the game cart on the tractor. I'm on with some maintenance in the shed over the way there.
Got some lorries to get away, lorry?
Yeah, it's a lorry, and there's also one tomorrow as well, but that's over the other farm. So anyway, we'll get on with it. See you in a bit. So our lovely old oak trees in the farmyard. The sun's now coming up. You can just see on there when we was loading that lorry on Friday. Old barley halves are going everywhere on the load. I might just give that a flick over this morning. Anyway, we'll get in there and get it started. Might turn the key. And we'll get on with it. Key in. Cold this morning. I know. Well, that's gone. That's good. We had a warning there this morning. Plenty of fuel, plenty of Radley. So we're just going to get the pressure washer out and have that a bit of a flick over in there because we've got that lorry coming. But yeah, lovely sunrise this morning. So we're just going to get this washed and really all in there really where the mud is. Just going to get that washed up in there. Then we're going into the grain store, get that cleaned up. Well, that's that little job done. Just rinsing the windows off. All good now for when that lorry turn up. So the wheels, good old clean up. Mustn't forget to write that one in the book as well. The old cleaning records. Anyway, get on with some work now. What a morning. I mean, it's definitely a change in the temperature this morning. That easterly wind as well, or east-northeasterly I think Dad said yesterday. Anyway, this always amazes me. I'm just going to walk through the hedge here. Oilseed rape that we drilled, it was in August. We didn't drill it until we knew there was a rain coming. And this just hasn't stopped growing. I mean, look at it, look. Just can't believe it. And it's done with that Cousins, the V form. So yeah, it's gone in so well. You see across there as we swing round. All the crops looking really good this year. Nice healthy stalks, look, you can see. Yeah, and it's just so there's a subsoil leg, and then the seed is sort of placed to one side so we don't lose it directly behind, and then we roll it in with a cultivator press. I mean, look at the plants, the health of them. That's so good. Just up to the grain store now and get that door open. I'm just standing up on the catwalk there now on top of the tunnel, the air tunnel, and the grain store. We've got probably another 2 lorry load in front there to go, and then we're into a different variety at the back there now. We've got some dividing walls in there. I might just show you this. So I got the bucket all hooked up now, all the pins are in, and we found a few mice, so we dealt with them. Now just waiting for that lorry. That'll be a game of can you hear it? So we just had an early breakfast this morning because Radley's on with the shoot.
Yeah.
So have a good day on the shoot, Radley.
I'm going to have a good day doing maintenance and loading the lorry.
I will. See you in a bit.
Catch you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm just in the grain store at the minute. I've just been cleaning down with the blower, just at the back of the store there. Bit of straw and that sort of collecting up. But you can see we've got the peas in there. And there's our new dividing concrete walls, look. And then we've got wheat in that side. If I just go over to this bit, you can see barley in there, which is in that side. And then there's the bit at the front. I'll show you that. Yeah, look like a proper Ghostbuster today. But anyway, here's the little blower. We use that just to clean the grain store out. It's quite a good tool, that is. Right, so just quickly, we had a bit of a clear up this morning. Reset some traps. These are quite good little handy little traps if you've got a bit of a problem with mice. Mice really work well, they do. And then our trusty old blower, the old steel one. I think everybody should have one of them in a grain store. They just do such a good job. And then we've got the dust mask as well. So yeah, you must make sure that they fit your face properly, these dust masks. It's really important. So I've got the one there with the vent on the front. So it's an FFP2 with that grill in the front there. That just helps you breathe quite a bit easier. So we'll just go and move this bucket back into the shed with the loader and be ready for the load. Right, we're all ready now. Windows are all nice and clean. Just turn that off. So we're just waiting now. We've got the grain store all sort of cleared out really at the front there. A loader looks a treat in the sun. Right, so it's back on my maintenance, back onto this machine here. We've done the discs last week and some bearings as well across the front. I have just got to check the bearings in this back roller. So you see here this rubber piece inside there. Yeah, this rubber piece in there like that. There's one bearing in there. You take this cap off, you undo this cap, that comes out, and there's a nut in there which has got a roll pin in it. You knock that out, and then this thing will slide off the shaft. But first, you have to drop the whole complete roller out of the frame. So if you undo these two there, get those off, and then there's some in there. So you have to take those two off just to get this side out, and then the same for the other. So there's 4 lots on here. So there's this roller here, which is this side, and then this roller there, which is joined in the middle, and then you've got 2 more in there, and then you've got one at the end. So yeah, it's quite a task to get them checked, but I'm going to put a bar underneath first, get it on some flat surface. So we'll get it outside the workshop, because I've just looked at the weather and it's supposed to be dry now for the rest of the day. So I'm quite safe to go and park outside the workshop now, because obviously I can't really get it in. It's just too big. At first I've just got to get this trailer moved out of the way. Get that out of the way first. Just got the trailer hooked up. It's all clicked in. Just get that bucket hooked up again. Should be all ready for the lorry, isn't it? Just get the pins in. Track that boom. Job's good. Put it in the shed a little bit. Right, I'm ready for the lorry. Yeah, I just sort of moved the depth control on there because I normally have it here, so it stops it from dropping down. But anyway, just moved up to there so we can lift it up. I noticed there's probably a point there I can change as well when we're going through it. But I know that this year I am going to have to change the pins and bushes in here. They are very bad, so they need changing. And there's some at the front there as well, which are those ones there that they will need change as well. So that'll be a pin and a bush in there. Yeah, I'm not them pins. I'm not going to take them out now, but I'm going to get them ordered so that you know, as soon as I take them out, I can just put the other ones in. So anyway, it's not a bad day now, so we'll get on with it. Yeah, I will need some new bearings as well. There's 2 different sorts on the machine. I'm not really sure why, but we've got the bigger hole there and then the smaller hole. So anyway, I need to get some more. You can see what happens to them. Like they just dry right out, and they sort of wear that part as well. So yeah, we're just going to get the Caterpillar started up now. I always turn the isolator off, so we'll turn that back on, and we're going to get it started. Hopefully it'll start. I know it'll take some winding this morning because it's fairly chilly. So we'll get on with that. It's been a while since I've been in here. Been a while. Anyway, she's at gate, which is on here. Put the key in there. I don't know if you know, but there's a bit of a knack to getting the key out of there. You have to, you know, when you take it out, so you have to twist the actual ignition, but you have to push your thumb on that little button at the back there, which goes down, and then you can get your key out. Otherwise you can't take it out. So yeah, there is a knack to that. Anyway, we'll get it started. We started anyway. Not like how we started this morning. So that little job done. We'll get down to the workshop now and get on with these bearings. So I just got the bar under here now. I'm just going to check these bearings. And what you do is you put the bar underneath and you take the weight and lift it up and down. And then you can see if there's any movement. Well, can you see in there? Let me just get that focus. Yep. So if I lift this up and down on the bar, you can really see it wobbling in there. So that one needs to come off. You know, if I do it to the other side, just as a bit of a comparison. Look at the other side, you know, there's no movement in there, it's just in the rubber. Look, you can see it in the rubber. Anyway, so that one's got to come out. So this one there, this one has got to come out, which is those two bolts. So I'll show you how that goes. Yeah, it's normally how these things go. Look, the other side is okay, you can see, look. So one bearing's gone. So we've got the other side too. There's a little bit of play in that as well, so there'll be another one to come off. So there's another one there as well, and that's loose in the bolt. So now I need to investigate that too. Might need some new bolts. There might even be a bolt broken, but it's definitely some play in the bearing. Yeah, the other side, I'm just rocking it now. There's no play in that. So I have a feeling I've done that one before, look, because there's got new bolts in it. So then there's this outside one, so the far left-hand side one. Look, there's no play in that at all. So I'm not going to worry about that. So there's two rollers that's got to come off, and we'll get on with it. So that's a fair old task. We have to have a special tool as well to tension them up, which I made a few years ago now. So anyway, we'll get on with it. Radley's taking the shoot and the beaters round. The weather app said no rain today. Oh good God. Just out of nowhere, this is. Yeah, so the first thing we've got to do is we've got to remove the scrapers on the back. So we'll get them undone. Get them bolts undone. I've already done those. So we'll get that off. So we got the back scraper off on there. Just going to do the other side. It's far easier to just let it drop than try and hold it. So I'm just using that Sealy gun again. That's a really good bit kit, that is. Just has them off no trouble. Look. I'll pick that up in a minute. Yeah, it's a really good gun, that. Really good gun. Got this old sack barrow on the farm, look, and I use that for moving these things about. Really good thing. It needs a bit of welding though. That's been broken, look. Right, so I got them scrapers out of the way. Now we're going to undo these in the middle here. Get the gun in upside down, I think. Yeah. Get the gun in there. I'm undone. I need a spanner for the back now. Yeah. I need another spanner. So we got one here. That's been a little bit awkward, but I think I've just put a little bit of oil around it. It's got a burr on the bottom there. So that one has got a squashed or stretched thread. So we'll see if that'll undo that one. Yeah, I was quite lucky. I got away with that one. Managed to get that one undone. But you can see that that has sort of stretched the thread a little bit. So we'll put a new bolt in there. Yeah, what we do is we just tap them bolts out. See there, look, just get them in the back here. Just get these out. Just get these out. Right, so we've got the bolts out now. There's 2 there, and then there's 4 there. Got the bolts out, and then there's 2 there. So I'll just go and lift the machine up now, and then these will drop out the bottom. Away. So I just got to lift the machine up, which is this one here. I'm now just going to be lifting it up. And the rollers have just dropped out the bottom there and there. They do look quite good, them discs all in front there. Look forward to using them. Certainly do lots of chopping with those. Look at them. So there we are, we just dropped these 2 rollers out. You see they're just on them bolts there, look, which is in there. And I'm going to roll these inside now because it's sort of raining on and off a bit. I don't want to get halfway through taking them apart with bearings and grease and stuff. So anyway, we'll get them inside. So with the roller out now, look, you can see if I just turn this, look, that's how much play is on that bearing. I just hope that the shaft is not damaged. So this is the other side as well, as you can see, look, there's a little bit on that as well, so we'll change that. So this is the left hand side, look, and there's no play on that at all. There's movement in the rubber, but not on the bearing. And then this is the other side. You can see I labelled this the left. I have done it the other side as well, so my plan was to take it in the workshop and do it in there because that was sort of on and off raining, but I'm going to take my chances and do it where it is, save a lot of lifting and pushing. So that was a bit of a wrestle to get that out. We've got a special tool here now which you need to take them rings apart so you can get them bearings off the end. There's a triangle which sits one side, that sits the other, and then the chain is joined up with those adjusters there. I'll show you how it works. So first we've got to get that cap off the end there, which is probably really tight, that is. So we'll just undo this cap now, get this one off. This is the one was quite bad. It's still got grease in there though, look. We'll go to the other side. That's a bit loose. Undo this one as well. That's the other side. Let me get that out. That looks really good in there still. Yeah. Anyway, we'll get that undone. I need to put that special tool on here now. Yeah, before I get that special tool on there, I just need to get that roll pin out. So there's a roll pin in there. So I'm just going to get that out, so it's easier to get it out now, but obviously not undo it, because these rollers are actually loaded up with quite a bit of pressure in there. So yeah, just a little bit on them rollers. They are compressed together, so from left to right, they are compressed and then done up on that nut, which you can see on the end there, which is done up on there. But so they are compressed to quite a bit of weight on those. So you need this special tool to obviously undo it. But I was told that if we was to undo them as they are, just slacking them off that nut, you know, it'd nearly take your hand off. So yeah, we need that tool to hold them together so we can undo it safely. So I'm just going to do a time-lapse video now just to show you how this thing works. So you can see there now that I've got tension on all 3 chains. As you can see there now, get out of the light, so you can see how it works. It just pulls the rings all in together, and then this now, you see on the end, is now loose. So I can undo that nut and know that they're all compressed safely, so I can get that off. Yeah, there is a bit of a story to that that special tool there, which I made up. When we first got the machine, we had a bearing go in it, and we could only borrow that tool from Verderstad. So anyway, after borrowing the tool, getting it back, putting the bearing on, we had another one go the other side. So again, we had to go and borrow the tool. So eventually, I just made one. Yeah, so we just get that nut off there now. It's off the middle part. And then that bearing should come straight out. I think, if I remember rightly, there's some washers in there as well. I'll get that off there. So yeah, it's a specialist nut. Get that off there. Now hang on to the last thread though, there we are. Anyway, that's off. That should just slide off there now. There we are. So yeah, there's some special washers in there, but you know, I've definitely greased it. You can see that, can't you? So I just got that bearing housing off there now, and look, I just found, just gets everywhere. Look at this string, look, string in there. Look. Unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable. This part comes out. It's just like a bit of a bush in there. Let me get that out. There we are. So that goes in there. The bearing sits on that with a seal, as you can see. But look at the string. Look at the string. Look. Oh dear. Yeah. We haven't had pigs on the farm for quite a while now, but yeah, there's always a clue that they've been there. Right, on with the next. I will just get the other side off, and then I can push them out on the press then. We'll get that pushed out. So I will just show you this. I've just taken that other side off there, look, because it's obviously the same as the other, but you can see in there, look, I mean, the bearing has virtually fell to pieces, look. If I was to just put my hand in there, but that's nearly fall out, look. You can see it, look. Although it's got plenty of grease, I still, it's in better days. Yeah, there it is. I just rolled the bearing over, look, and you can see that's all just sort of fell to pieces in there now, look. You can see them all in there, look. But yeah, we'll get that pushed out and get a new one in. It'll be good as new. Well, that's a bit of luck. I had 4 bearings on the shelf, and there's some seals there as well. So, yeah, we can get that done. So 2 in this, and then 2 in the other one. Just a job. Right, it's lunchtime now. And you can see how handy that little gadget is to hold them rings all together. So the nuts are off both sides now, look, and it just doesn't move, look. So, yep, well worth it, that is. Anyway, I've got that other one to do after lunch, so I'm just going to have lunch. See you in a bit. So we just got it in our workshop press now. I'm just going to push these bearings out and the seals out at the same time. So I've got a socket which is in the top there, because you can get different sizes of sockets, and then just push the whole lot out. There we are, just gone. So you can see that bearing is completely had it. Seals aren't no good either, look. Yeah, that's what's left of it. Good, eh? So we've got the new seals and bearings there. We'll just pop them in. You just got to put these in. Come in here. So they'll go face outwards. I'll go in there. So I just pushed them seals in there by hand. Now I'll put the bearing in and that'll do the rest. So there's the new bearing. I'll just pop that in there like that. It's got to go in square. You can see it. That's it. That's it. Now what I'll do, I've got a socket which will just go on the edge of it, so that's right on the edge. It's got to go on, see in there, it's got to go on the metal bit, not the actual plastic bit, as it will damage it. So that's all ready now to press in there. So we'll just press it down. Now I'll just take that up and just push that in square. Right, that's in there now. I wasn't sure that went in exactly square, but anyway, that turns okay. So, yep, that's in. So there we are. We've got the bearing all on now, the roll pin in, and you can see that there's no plate in there now. That's how it should be. So there's a little rubber bush on the outside there that take a bit of shock, but yep, it's all good now. Look, just got to repeat it now 3 more times. So we're just going to swap that gadget over onto the other one and get the bearings off that. So that's the other one all tightened up now. Just got to get the bearing off this one. That one's a bit loose, as you can see. We'll do that now. Yeah, I just got that bearing off there, you can see it, and the seal's all damaged in there. And what's happened, this bush actually goes in there like that. That fits in there. But I suspect there's some string or something got wrapped around there at some point, look. And that's just scored it all out, like made grooves in it. So this is what it should look like. This is a new one, so you know, there's no marks in there. So I've got new seals they're going to go on, and then a new bearing. So we'll get on with that. Right, I've just got that in there to press in now, and now the lorry's turned up now. We've got that lorry turned up now, so we'll get that loaded. That's barley going to ABNs. Another one of Warren's is very smart motors. Very smart indeed. I think that's a new one, that one, I think. That's on a 25 plate, that is. And yeah, do well. Nice little old dad. That's another one loaded. And he's just going to give that a shunt. Put the rest of this in the shed. There's another load of barley all loaded up. We'll go into ABN now, which is at Walls now. Right, so I just finished loading the lorry. I've got to get on with this now. Carry this on. So this is the sleeve. Oh, well, a really bush, really. That goes into there, look. It just slots in there. I have just greased it. That'll go into there. Just ease it in gently. There we are. And then that will go onto the shaft. Just get it, push it on there. That will go onto there, like so. Just push it on there gently. Tap. just use the nut to pull it in there. Got these two washers, they go on there like that, and then the nut goes on there like that. So there we are, it's all back on now, and you can see that there's no play in that now. Just a little bit of movement in the rubber, which there should be, but none in the bearing. So we've got the rollers in place now. I just got to drop the machine down so they line up in there, and the same in the middle here. So just got to let them drop into there. This is where I really need two people, because I can't be in the machine and watch it at the same time. But you know, I've done it before. I'll give it a go. Nice sunset as we go and get in the crawler. Well, that's the first part done. We got that one sort of lined up, ready to be dropped in, and the same the other side. But because I've got to jiffle it around with a jack, you see, because I'm on my own. I'll get this side done as well. Hopefully Radley might be back by then. So there we are, with the use of the jack, block of wood. We now got them in and they're lined up, so you can just get the bolts in. Bit of a job on your own, but you can do it. And there's that one there, so just get the bolts and put them in. So after a little bit of jiffling around with the jack, block of wood under there, just taking the weight ever so slightly. We've got the bolts in, and then I've just got to do them up. The last lot of bolts which have just gone on there today. So oh, Radley saved the day. Look, he's helped me put these last brackets on. Good old boy. Yeah, right, that's all done now. Radley just helped me put them last scrapers on. I've done some work for the day. Good old boy. I might just see if he'll get a video of me backing it in the shed or driving it in the shed.
There he is, Sportsman. There he is. Look at him in there, man. Clean his window. What's he been doing today? Get that steamy like that. I wonder. He does love his job. Yeah, Mark's just got to thread the needle here, back this top down in the shed. Right, nice in there, look, nice and tight in there. Enough on a top operator like Mark can't do though.
Lock the cupboard up and come round the corner to this. Hey! That's got to be a V8, isn't it? Is it a V8?
V8, mate, Scania.
580?
All the horsepower.
I don't know what it is, but... So this is the 4th attempt. Anyway, from Radley and me, bye-bye. Bye!